Hello dear friends, my name is Ashkan and I welcome you to Not One Yarn. So what I am coming to you with today in this video, I apologize for such long introduction, but if you stayed with me through all this introduction, thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. Anyways, I'm coming to you with a market prep video. Last year, I tried one market, which is like an hour away, almost an hour away from me, and it is free market, and it's pretty big market, and I enjoyed being there. If you have not seen my market prep or market video, I will link it, I can't remember, somewhere on the top here, so you can watch it. It was a good market. I can't say that I made tons of money there. No. It was either average or below average for me. It was around, I think, $200, which is a little bit on the lower side. But I feel like I was not very good prepared. And that market happens every month starting June. I think 4 times maybe. So it one market in June, one market in July, August, and I think September as well. So I can't remember. And I was already pregnant with a belly when I went to that market by myself without any help. So it was kind of fun. Go ahead and watch it if you want. So this time I want to at least try to be prepared for it better. However, since the tragedy happened, I have not been crocheting. I am out of my best sellers. My local shop is another story. It was completely abandoned and I just stopped by there recently. I still have some fall stuff in there that needs to be gone and replaced and rotated. And I believe I don't know if I did make any sales in April or not. I have been making sales covering the fees for the booth and getting some extra. I was getting paid, but I don't think in April I made much sales yet. I'm not sure because I have not been rotating my items. I have not been checking if anything missing. So well, yes, now I know that all my best sellers are pretty much gone, so I have to replace them. Let me show you real quick what I am planning to make. So I have a little list here, poorly made list, but it's just the beginning. So I am using, what is it called? Notability app, I believe, Notability app, recommended by Jenna, and that's where I'm storing my patterns right now, and I really love it. So I'm very recommending it. I even pay a little bit for it to store a lot because it is so convenient. I even bring it to church to make notes. And what I like about Notability is that while I'm writing down my notes, I can also press the microphone thing and it records the speech or whatever I need to make notes of. And then when I go back to look at it, it gives me a full transcript, I think. If it's called transcript, I don't know. So it is written, it writes down for me word for word that it recorded from the audio. So it is very convenient. I love it. But let's see what I am planning to make. First of all, I am going to replace my best sellers. My best sellers are spiders, Here, maybe I will show you the pictures of the spiders, snakes, caterpillars, stingrays, hippos. I do have hippos still because it is bigger and more expensive item, so it doesn't go fast as a mini item. So all those pretty much mini items. Gummy bears, opossums, and squids. Squids are also bigger item. It doesn't go as fast, and I cannot remember if I have any squids left in my shop or not. Then I want to make some bigger items, not in a big quantity, maybe just one or two, just to attract attention to my booth. And what I want to make, like I never made sloth before, and I was requested to make sloth. I still not sure about the pattern that I want to use for sloth, but I do have pattern for the otter. And this one, and I think I want to make one or two otters. Then I want to make maybe one or two bananas. Then elephant. I do have a pattern of an elephant. I do have a few patterns of elephant, and I tried one. I tried this pattern before, and I thought it was very cute, but it did not move very well in my shop on some reasons. Out of 5, I sold only 2 on the market. No online sales, no local sales in my shop. So I don't know if I want to continue making this particular elephant or not. And I have 2 more elephant patterns for the plush version, and I think I want to try make this one for the market this time. It looks very cute to me. I struggled finding a pattern of the elephant that I like. Then I absolutely fell in love with this monkey. I want to make 1 or 2 monkeys like this. I think it's so adorable, and I even like the colors that the designer used, and honestly I'm not sure if I have colors like this or not. And I told myself that I'm not gonna buy any yarn this year, and we are already in April and I have not bought any yarn before yet, most likely because I have not been crocheting much. But I decided for myself that I need to use up some of my yarn. If you can remember, if you followed me for a while, I have yarn. Well, this is for the market, but I have a lot of yarn in on this side, a little bit on that wall. Then I have yarn over there, another wall of yarn, some yarn in the closet over there. So I have a lot of yarn to use up before I can oh gosh, oh yeah. So I have a lot of yarn to use, and my mom moved in with us right now, and she's got so much of her own stuff, and I told her that you can bring whatever you want, so she would feel herself like she's at home, that she has place to live, and she brought a lot of stuff. And I had to bring some stuff up here from downstairs where she's staying. Downstairs was always kind of like it was a living basement, but we stored some stuff in there. Whenever I buy something on sale, whenever there are some deals, or I see something on the marketplace or garage sales that I could use and it's good, new or something, I was buying it. So now I brought a lot of it up here. I am destashing. I just recently sold my extra mannequin. I'm selling some other stuff, and I'm trying to use yarn and downsize my craft room now. I always try to do this, but it was not a priority. Now, since my mom is living with us, it is kind of a priority. So I will try my best to use whatever I have. And yeah, maybe, I'm not sure yet if I will give myself permission to buy yarn or not. So that's the plan. Then there is a balloon dog pattern. It's a free pattern on Etsy. I don't remember if it is on Russian or English, but this is something I want to include as well, one or two of them. And it's not very big item, but it is made with I believe 4-weight yarn, so it would take longer. That's why I will keep it in the list of big items. And then there is a very big long list of items that I never made before. Patterns that I bought, stored, saved, but I never made it before. And they are more like mini items, so I will try my best to include them in my market prep. Sometimes I go crazy, like I make 20 mini stingrays, 20 mini caterpillars, but this time I probably will start with 5 of each. And if I have time, maybe I will add to the items which I enjoyed the most making. So we'll see. Let me show you what I want to bring or make. This is adorable ballerina mouse. Why I want to make her? First of all, she's very cute. Second, I have a whole section of a cream yarn, like a vintage white yarn in permanent blanket. And I have some sparkles that I accidentally purchased. So a long time ago, I purchased sparkled yarn, and then I could never get inspiration to make anything with it. So it just has been sitting on my shelf for years. And I feel like for ballerina, I can use a sparkled yarn. And then I purchased some colors on Amazon after Joann's closed, and I didn't pay attention, and I accidentally purchased sparkle yarn when I needed just a regular yarn for the project, for the order. So I have a few colors that I would like to use up. Purple, yellow, and I think I have pink. So then I want to make this rat. I have seen a lot of people making rats. First of all, they sell well for other people, and I would like to try. And second, last year in one of my markets, somebody asked for a rat, and I never made rat before. Then I have pattern for mini corgi dog. I never made corgi, but the only reason why I want to make it is because I have the color that would go for this pattern, and I noticed that this color doesn't move. I have just one skein of it, and I don't use it for anything else. But when I saw this pattern, I thought, oh, that's great. I can use that color for this pattern and kind of like get rid of it and move it, and depending on how well it will sell, we'll see if I will get that color again or not. Then I want to make a lizard. That is something my son asked for, and I purchased this pattern for him, but guess what, I never made it yet. So I want to make a few lizards for the market. Then we have hedgehog. So I have two hedgehogs, one like a fidget one, which is made with 4-weight yarn, and I'm probably not gonna make that one. But I have this plush hedgehog that I will try to make. The only thing I am not big fan of is that it uses safety nose, which I actually have. So I don't even know why it stops me. But I had this pattern for a few years, and because I have to insert a safety nose, on some reasons it's just like, ugh, I don't want to use safety nose. And I don't even know why, because I have it. A long time ago, when I was purchasing safety eyes, it came with safety noses. So that's, and I never used them. They are sitting here in my stash, and I don't know, it's weird. Oh, I could use safety nose for corgi as well, actually. Now I am seeing this. Then there is mini snake pattern on YouTube that I saved. Maybe I will use it, maybe not. Then we have the pattern that I'm sure everybody knows. I purchased it to make this for summer last year, and I never made it. That pattern is not my priority, I think, because of the stick. I don't know. In this pattern, stick stops me. I'm kind of like, what will I put in? And I know I've seen other people making it, and I know what they put. It's just, I'm kind of lazy making that pattern. I don't know. It probably will sell well. It's cute. My baby woke up. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Good thing I'm in the same clothes and everything. It means that was fast. Putting my baby back to sleep. So let's continue with our patterns that I'm planning to make. Gummy worms. I cannot show you the picture because there are a couple patterns on YouTube that are free. One is by Celestial Homebody, another one by someone else, but I definitely want to include some gummy worms, and maybe I will make more than just 5 of them. Gummy bears and gummy worms probably will be something that I will make at least 10 of. So then there are a few patterns of dragons. I made only one dragon. It is a bigger dragon that I purchased for my son's birthday. Every birthday I crochet something special for him, and one year he picked a dragon, and I never made dragon before. That was my first and only dragon I made. I made a few of them for the shop and markets and local shop, and I believe I sold all of them in my local shop. So that was good, and it's very beautiful pattern, and the designer, I actually follow her on Instagram. I think she's pretty talented. But I wanted to make some mini dragons this year, and I have 2 of them, and I like both of them, but I think one of them, well, they both plush actually. So here's the first one. It's really cute. Really want to make a mini one this year. And here's another one. So I did not decide if I want to make one of them in different colors, or I want to have 2 dragons, like 2 of this, 2 of that. There's also this one, very cute, and I don't know if I want to make this one this year or not, like this for this particular market. We'll see. After that, I want so I have okay, mini kitten. I think it is from Sweet Softies and her website. It should be for free. And then I have just a mini pattern of this Steven the Star. Maybe I will make him with eyes, face, maybe just a star. I did not decide yet. But having something small and simple like gummy worms or this star seems to me very simple. Gummy bears, something that I can sell for $5. I really need to have something like that. Children who come to the markets with their own money and they cannot afford bigger plushies, if parents say no, they at least can leave the booth with something cute. And usually markets have some food, singers, or some jumping, what is it called, trampolines and stuff like that. So it is memory, and when we go to places like that, we buy something to our kids, and it is not just a toy, it's just something that they will look at and they will remember those emotions they had with us. So I think even having something little will be very precious for children later, because for most of them, I think it will remind them of the time spent together with the family. Next, we have Hey Hey Chicken. And I have this pattern. Honestly, this is not my priority. I don't know why. I got it because I think it's fun, I think it's cute, but I don't feel inspired to make it right now. We'll see if anything changes. Then we have dino. So everybody make dinos. Every market I go, there are dinos. I never made dinos because everybody made dinos, and I always try to make something unique that other booths will not have. But I saw a dino. So there are like a bunch of them from the same designer, and I think I really liked this one. I thought that I could use up some of my scrap yarn for this. So I'm still thinking. Like I said, I don't like creating something that other people have. That's why I don't make loaf cats, because everybody make loaf cats right now, and I don't want to be like everybody. So yeah, mini kitten from Sweet Softies that I mentioned, it is different. It's not like loaf cat. So it was pretty cute, and I never seen cats like that on any market. That's why I'm probably gonna make it. We'll see. Then there are Ninja Turtles that are cute. Once again, not my biggest priority, but maybe we'll make a one set of them at least. We'll see. And then we have two more patterns left. So we have crocodile or alligator. I got two patterns, and I'm not sure which one I want to use yet. So here's the first one. And I think I'm gonna make this one. But I made only one, alligator or crocodile. We're using free pattern from Instagram. And I sold all of them. I think I made three. One I sold on the market and two I sold at the local shop. So people interested in alligators, there are not much alligators, not many alligators on the markets. But I never used any of these patterns. These are paid patterns. Once again, either I will make two of each or I will choose one. We'll see. And last one, I would like to make this owl. I saved that pattern to purchase later a long time ago. It has been sitting on my saved for later, and finally I purchased it because I finally want to make it. This is kind of like a keychain size. So, but usually, what yarn? Himalaya Dolphin Baby. Yeah, so this is thinner yarn than a Bernette blanket. So mine will turn out bigger. So maybe it will be like a mini toy, like hedgehogs and gummy bears and stuff like that. We'll see. I had keychains before. They did not move very good, but I only had fruit keychains. I have flower keychains saved for later that a lot of people make. Not around not in my local area though. I saw it online. So, but for this market, I'm not interested in any keychains. We'll see how it goes. So I'm sure I'm not gonna sell out of everything. So I will have some inventory left for the next market, and I can build up on that inventory and maybe replace best sellers and add keychains or add bigger items. We'll see. So this is the plan. Thank you for staying with me. This will be market prep part 1. This is my first market. I think there were 2 markets that I missed because of what happened. Yeah, 2 markets I missed. But this is gonna be my first market of 2026. It's gonna be in June 27, and today's like almost, yeah, it is exactly 2 months before that market. So stay tuned. And okay, that was a little pause for my baby waking up again. It's gonna be fun and interesting to get back to YouTube, creating and everything with my baby. It's been a long time since I had little baby like that. We have big gaps between our kids. Anyways, thank you for staying with me. Let me know which of these patterns you made. If you have any feedback on them, if something was like a nightmare to work with, let me know in the comments. If something sold really good in your area for you, let me know in the comments. Maybe I will prioritize them for my area here. So yeah, I would really appreciate your feedback. Thank you so much for staying this whole time with me, for listening through my big introduction and everything else. I think we're gonna wrap this first video, and it's gonna be part 1 for market prep. Stay tuned for part 2, where we will start working on some of these awesome patterns. We'll see you in the next video. Bye! I have to admit, it was very difficult to come back, and I lost count of how many attempts I made to record this video. I recorded a lot of videos that I couldn't put out, and I recorded a lot of introductions that I couldn't proceed with. And finally, I think it is time for me to come back. If you don't know why I was absent and why it is so difficult for me to come back, you can watch the video before that, the previous one, where I am mentioning what happened. But if you're not in the mood for that, I just quickly will tell you that I lost my dad very sudden, and it was very hard time for us, for our family, for me, and for my mom especially. So, and after that, I could not crochet. I could not take a hook back in my hands, and I couldn't proceed with my videos. And my mom said it's because I just had a new baby. So that happened 2 weeks after my 3rd child was born. I was pretty sore still, recovering from giving birth to a very big baby. And then this happened. Maybe she's right. But I know that before I was very busy with little kids as well, but I was crocheting, I was creating, I was doing something. Now I could not at all. And it's not because of the time, it's just because of my personal just my personal state of being, because I know if I really really want to crochet something, I can find the time. And in fact, I did find the time when my customer, like my repeat customer, one of the best customers, came to me and asked me if I can crochet 12 baseball baseball guys, like support guys for their team in like one day, I think it was. And I said sure. I never said no to that customer. She's a very sweet lady, and I was hoping that that would bring me back to creating again. I did it with great pleasure. I was crocheting nonstop and my hand was hurting from crocheting with a small hook, tight yarn, thin yarn. But after that, I did not come back to crocheting either. So it's been a while since then. And now, first, I feel like I really need to be here talking to you guys, getting feedback from you helps me a lot. Plus, I don't know why and I don't know how, I have been getting some new visitors to my YouTube channel. I had some new subscribers, even though my channel was not very active. I was not present there, I was not sharing shorts or videos or anything. And I even deleted one video because I just was not in a good state, and I feel like I was so fake in there because I was still in a very bad place, but in the same time I was like forcing myself to be here. So I did not like it and I deleted it. Right now, like, I didn't even mention that I was in a bad place in that video that I deleted. Now I'm coming to you being real. It's getting much better, but occasionally I'm still getting to that bad place. And when this just happened, our pastor who came to us to talk to us and prepare for the service, he said that watch out for each other around 6 months, because that's when it gets the hardest, when all the chaos with funeral and everything is done. Then you finally realizing what happened, and a lot of people get in a bad depression and just in a very dark place around this time. And I can't let myself to get there because I have 10-year-old, 6-year-old, and now 6 months old baby. So for their sake, I have to like stay normal and positive and everything. But I did witness my mom getting into bad depression, like a little bit, when she didn't want to do anything, when she didn't want to get out, when she wanted to just throw away everything and just never come out of her room. So I have been taking her out to some places that she enjoyed going before. She lives with us right now. So yeah, I know that for me, being here will help me to get back to normal sooner. I know that it is good for me to create. It always was something that helped me to stay sane while we're homeschooling our kids. Just something that lets me rest, and it gives me some reward when I see feedback from you, when I see the channel growing, when I see positive comments, when I see sales. Who doesn't need sales and money right now? So it's very rewarding for me. So I'm glad coming back right now, but I'm being honest. So one day it's good, another day it's bad. So I don't know how consistent I will be here, but I I know I want to be here and I want to be consistent, and I know it's good for me. I have boys to take care. I have my mom to take care, and that's also a good motivation for me to be here.